If I had this book, when I moved to America a few years ago, a lot of things would have gotten done better. If I had this book, I would have had such a better understanding of credit cards, taxes, investing, finances. And today I'm going to share what I learned from this book. If I'm going to share it and a giveaway, you might get a free copy of this book. So keep watching the video. I'll share with you what I got from this book, how I came across the book, how a conversation with the author led to this, and how you can get a copy. So my name is Kamga. If we haven't met yet, if we have meeting for the first time, then great. Let's keep meeting on a regular basis, all right? And I moved to America when I was 27 years old. So I had grown my whole life in Cameroon. I've talked about it in multiple places. You can find the videos on the channel, on the podcast. So I'm not going to bore you with those details, right? Go and watch and listen. But one of the things that stands out for me now is just how much I did not understand how the American system worked, specifically finances. On this channel, right, on the podcast, I talk about faith, family, and finance. So this video is really about the money part of it. And I think it's because if you are not able to understand some key tenets of your money, you're going to have a hard time in life in general. You might be very healthy and of very sound mind, but if you're broke, well, you are probably going to start being unhealthy very soon and start losing your mind. Vice versa. You can have a lot of money, healthy. Like, you know how it works, right? So with this book, I think was one of the kind of books that I read. I was like, man, I wish everybody could read this. I wish immigrants could read this. I wish high schoolers could read this. I wish people who came to America for the first time could read this. I want to give copies to everybody, but I can't. So I'm going to do 9 people are going to get copies, and you're going to know why, even though there are 10 copies there. So when I got here, right, I didn't know what credit card was. I didn't know what insurance was. When I got my first job, I didn't understand what retirement was all about, like 401ks, Roth IRA, Roth 401ks, like there's just all kinds of things that you'd hear about, but you don't really know, right? So I think this book is for you if one, you want to learn about money. Now let's start actually who this book is not for. Who this book is not for. If you're good with money, this book is not for you. If you know how American finances work, this book is not for you. If you want to start a business, this book is not for you. If you want to learn advanced investing techniques, this book is not for you. If you want to learn about the stock market, this book is not for you. And if you're trying to get rid of debt or start a business, this book is not for you. Who is this book for then? This book for you is a new student, new immigrant. You want to learn the basic foundational aspects of money. How do you know that you need to learn the basic foundational aspects of money? Look at your account. If you're happy with what you see and you're happy with the movement, you're happy with the transactions, you're happy with how much comes in and how much goes, you're happy with the way you're managing what you have, if you're happy with the way you budget, please, then you're good. But if you're not, you need this book. The way the book is structured, very, very short chapters. When I say short, it's like relatively short, right? But the chapters are, there's visuals, tables, ways for you to understand what is being talked about. I like how in the beginning of the page, for every chapter, right? For example, this is chapter 4, budgeting. He gives a quote that talks about students and then the key terms. So my students say, one time I spent my entire paycheck on stickers. I bet Kylie Jenner doesn't worry about budgeting. Key terms: budget, price, value, cheap, frugal, 50, 30, 20 rule, emergency fund. So by the time you're done reading chapter 4, you would have a good understanding of these terms, of budget, of price, value, cheap, like all these things. Now, if you know what these things are, of course, don't read about this. But if you don't know what the 50, 30, 20 rule is, if you don't know what an emergency fund is and why it's important, you definitely need to read the book. I know that I needed to read the book. I did not know what emergency fund was until very recently. And then I knew what it means. Like, you know the words, right? Emergency fund. But you don't think about it until you need it. And if you're the kind of person who's using credit cards, you might consider credit cards an emergency fund. Like, oh yeah, if things break down, I can use a credit card to pay for it. But it's not. A credit card is basically you borrowing money. And with chapter 1 of the book, he talks about interest, which I think is a great way to start. Interests can kill you in this place. Interest, whether it's mortgage, credit card interest, and on vice versa, interest when you invest, right, over time, interest on the index funds, things like that. So if you are the kind of person who needs to understand that, please go ahead and get the book. Oh, I thought I wasn't recording, so I paused. I was like, I was not recording, but please, hey. So, yeah, that's what the book is about, really. It's a basic understanding, and I use basic really loosely here because the book is written by Jake Cousineau, the author of the book. And the way that I came across the book, I don't remember exactly what I was looking for, but I came across the book on Kindle, bought it, read it, and I left a review on Amazon. This author, Jake, found my review, messaged me on Instagram to let me know that he saw my review. Like, hey man, pretty cool, good work. Thank you for the review. I was like, yo, this guy was able to find me. First of all, I was shocked. I thought it wasn't the person. You know, on Instagram, sometimes people create fake accounts, but no, it was him. I responded, and we had a short back and forth, like maybe 3 messages max. And then he said, hey, if you want to do a review, let me know. You want to do, sorry, not the review, you want to do a giveaway, let me know. And so I was like, sure, I'll let you know. So a couple of weeks later on, I was traveling at the time. A couple of weeks later, I was like, hey, I want to do a review. I want to do a book giveaway. What's up? I was like, sure. Do you want me to send the books to the people who win the giveaway, or do you want to receive it yourself? I was like, send it to me. And he did. This is it, right here. So all these copies, How to Adult, Jake Cousineau, these are brand new copies. There are 10 copies, and I'll be keeping one for my household because I need to revisit. The thing with books is sometimes we think you read the book once, but you want to be able to extract all the knowledge from the book, which means sometimes you'll go back to it at a later time to revisit it. So I think the book is a great book. I'll just read some quotes that I highlighted when I was reading because it was that cool. I highlighted like what? I don't know how many. But for each chapter, I did highlight a bunch of things. So just in the beginning, one of the first things, page 11, on the Kindle, becoming and staying wealthy requires discipline, time, and smart decisions. Like, these are not things that you don't know. But when you hear them and you see them in context and you see them in the relevance of what he's explaining, it sticks. Next one, why would a bank or anyone else just lend you money for free when they could be investing it or using it for themselves? Like, this is a question about interest, about credit cards. Like, why would they give you money? How interest can be awful. And I'll quote, as you make more payment and lower your principal, more money goes towards your principal and less goes towards interest. The total payment remains the same. This is called amortization. So you see the way he explains things, he's not trying to sound smart. He's not trying to make you feel stupid. It's really, hey, here's a topic. Here's what it means. Here's an example. Here's how it's relevant to you. Bye. That's it. That's what this book is about. It's really a place where you can understand what money is. Okay, maybe not what money is. How to do better with your finances, especially as an adult. A lot of people on X, Twitter, whatever it is, whichever platform, talk about how they don't give financial education in high schools. This is the solution. And I personally think, as an immigrant, for someone who was in Cameroon, this book gave me a very different understanding of how money works and give me an understanding of how to actually apply the money that I have. So you don't have to wait for when you have a lot of money to learn how to budget. You don't have to wait to learn how to invest, because even as you have your current job right now, there's probably opportunities for you to invest at your current role. But if you don't know it, if you don't understand it, then how would you do it? The chapters are really, straightforward. So there are, let me see how many chapters are there. 11 chapters. The last one, the big purchase, is a car and a home. Everybody in America wants to buy a house or own a car, different cars. Some people buy cars, sell them, trade cars, all the whole thing about being able to go to the bank, take a car note, pay a little bit for many, many years. If you don't understand chapter 1, interest, you might end up paying double for things that you could have just saved or just purchased a cheaper one. For example, people want to buy homes, but they might not be ready to buy the home. He gives you a way here to understand, are you ready to buy a home? Can you go online and do a rent buy calculator and actually find out if it's better for you to rent versus to get home? So I have a lot of knowledge, personal experience to share about this, but today's video and today's conversation is really about this book. I think you should get this book. I think you should read it. I think you should give it to your nieces, your nephews, your uncles, your cousins, your parents. I think anybody who works in America should read this book. So in that note, 9 people are going to get a copy of this book. How do you do that? How do you enter the giveaway, the first official giveaway for the channel? 1, be a public subscriber. Be here, be publicly subscribed to the channel on YouTube. 2, leave a comment. The second one is not really relevant. If you're a public subscriber, you're definitely already in. I'm going to pick 9 people. You're watching this, most likely. I'm going to announce it, those who win, on the 24th of this month. All right, that's Monday 24th. I'm going to announce it, and you'll be able to get to see who won, and then I'll find a way to contact you and send the books to you so they can read it. All the author asks, the guy asked him like, hey, what do you want people to do once they get it? It's like, just leave an Amazon review. That's it. That's all he's asking. You don't have to pay anything. You don't have to do anything else. Amazon review. So read the book, say what you think. And he seems to me like the kind of person who will not feel bad about negative reviews. So if you read the book and you don't like it, please go ahead and say why. I'm pretty sure he's going to reach out to you and be like, oh yeah, that's a good idea. I'll recommend it. Like, he's not the kind of person who is open to disagreement. He has a YouTube channel. He has an Instagram page. So you can go right now. I'm going to put a link to his channel. You can go and see what he teaches. Like, the stuff in the book is right there. So if you are in a different country, if you're not in the US or Canada, the giveaway doesn't apply. So that excludes you. I cannot do international shipping for this. I'm going to ship only within the US. Even the Canada one like that, I don't, yeah, you know what? Yeah, let's just do Canada and US just to begin. So 9 people in Canada or US are going to get the book. And if you get a book, please leave a review on Amazon. All you need to do is to be a public subscriber of this channel, the Kamga, Tchassa Kamga channel, a Dose of Perspective channel. So that's all you need to do. The comment is an extra. I would love it personally if you did. You don't have to. But on 24, I'm going to announce the winner. So that's it. That's the video, right? Go ahead, read the book, and please check out Jake's channel. And it's just a testament, all this process, testament to how people are watching. People are looking at what you're doing and they're paying attention. And you should, every once in a while, like this is like a side note. Every once in a while, go out of your way to give a compliment to somebody that is a good compliment, like a real compliment. If somebody looks good, tell them they look good, not because you're going to get something out of it or to get even thank you. Just be nice. I think it's nice to be nice. And I think for me, as a follower of Christ, when I think of my day-to-day life, I want to be able to live in a way that makes Christ proud. So even as I'm making a video about money, at the back of my mind, I'm very much aware that it's a tool in this world that can be a distraction from the real thing. Not in the sense that having a lot of money can distract you, but that not having money can make you so focused on wanting money that you forget to see Christ. So the way I look at it is learning these skills, learning these tools, putting yourself in a good place financially allows you the freedom to think for what is more important. Because people can tell you, hey, money is not important. You don't need money to be happy. What I usually think about is like, you know what? I want to make money so that should not be a question that I have to argue. Like, I just make the money and the money is not a distraction. The money is not what I'm going after. Same way, when you come to America, you may not want to be struggling with money. When you're getting older, you don't want to think about retirement and try to worry what you're going to do. But when you have the knowledge and you know what to do and you're prepared for the next 5, 10, 20 years, the way you act is different. The way you move is different. The things that worry people don't worry you. So no matter what job you get, when you have an understanding of, all right, I'm going to sign up for health insurance. In fact, I'm going to leave with this quick tip. You might be faced with 3 job opportunities, right, in different areas. Maybe you're a newer immigrant and you get a job. One job pays a lot more money, but there are no health benefits. Another job pays a lot less, but there are health benefits. This book will get you to realize that the smart decision will be to take the one where you actually have, maybe dental, vision, health. They might pay you less cash in pocket, but with that health insurance card, you can actually get assistance. You can knowing how co-pays work and all that stuff. So please get the book, read it, leave Jake a review on Amazon. And if you have a comment for me, right, if you have a question, please go ahead and leave it. For those who, I think I repeated myself like 10,000 times. I'm going to let the video end here. If you listen to the very end, I really appreciate you. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm excited about this book. It's my first review, my first giveaway that I'm doing publicly on the channel. And I feel pretty good about it. I'm so happy that Jake was able to send it. And by the way, Jake, if you're watching this and you're open to having a podcast conversation, please. I mean, I'm doing this public question now. I'm putting you on the spot, which I have a feeling you don't mind. Anyway, maybe you do. Either way, if you want to also have a conversation on the podcast, please, I'll be happy to have you. Because I think there are many questions that people have and also blind spots that people are not aware of until it's too late. For example, you might take a credit card and you're using it and you don't realize that not paying it past a certain period digs your credit score and makes it worse. And then the day you want to buy a house, you realize that because your credit score is bad, you don't get good rates and you end up paying a lot more money. And if you had known that 5-10 years ago, you might have bought a small credit card and just stuck to using it for like one bill and paying it off immediately. So this and more you can find in the book. In the meantime, my name is Kamga. Thank you for watching. Jesus loves you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.